right, you guys, good morning and welcome. You have tuned in to Sisters Heart, where we stream live on IntellectualRadio.com via iHeartRadio as well as Facebook Live. This is your host, Kim, and I am so glad to be in the studio on this rainy but yet beautiful day, because it's always a beautiful day when you're above ground. I don't know if I'm just talking to myself today, but it truly is a good day. I'm excited to be here. A reason to be excited, like I said, because I'm here. My son is in the studio with me, my baby boy Eric. It's been a minute since he's been in the studio. I'm so glad to see him. He just basically went back to the back room and he's laying down right now. However, I did invite him to join in so he can actually watch it via Facebook Live. For those of you that are joining in Facebook Live, so happy to see you this morning. I'm gonna be sending out some shout outs, but I want to jump right into the show, and because I don't want to be here in the studio for the whole hour. I want to kind of get in, say what I gotta say, and be out. And if that's okay with everyone, if that's okay with my super producer Earl, that's exactly how it's gonna look today. So again, thank you guys for tuning in and joining me, especially via Facebook Live. Feel free to share it. I want to talk about something that the Lord had given me last week as far as prerequisites. Those of us that have, when you are at a job, be it if you're in school, whatever the situation may be, we're all familiar with that word, prerequisites. And prerequisites basically is you needing to do something, acquiring something, obtaining something before you can go to the next level. Prerequisites. And that particular word for me resonated because so often, especially right now, when we came into the month of September, everyone kept talking, or when we came out of September, everyone kept talking about it's the last quarter. I talked about it on one of the shows. It's the last quarter. Anything that can happen in the fourth quarter. A lot of employers are looking for the great turnaround. You got to hit the ground running for the following year or the upcoming year, which is 2018. But watch this, you guys. There are so many of us, be it if you're listening to me via a live stream on IntellectualRadio.com, if you're listening right now on Facebook Live, just wherever you're at, there's so many of us that have not done what is required and what is necessary for us in 2017. And when we think about the blessings and the provisions that God has for us in 2018, we're off mark. We're not up to speed. We're off track. And I just want to encourage somebody today to understand, if you truly want what God have for you in 2018, then you had better get serious about what needs to be done, what should have been done in 2017. Some of us are holding on to dead weight. You're holding on to relationships that are not meant for you. You should have been out of it back in 2012, but you're still holding on to those relationships. Some of you may have, wanted to start a business, whatever the case may be. If you're still holding on to it in 2017, when you know that you should have let it go, when you know you should have, went to the next level as far as what you needed to do to get to your next destination, then you have to do it. You don't want to carry over into 2018 unresolved issues. You don't want to be talking the same way in 2018 that you are in 2017. I'll never forget, and you guys know I like to be transparent, when my now ex-husband and I were separated for so long. We're talking about the separation, the last separation, because it was one of those in and out situations. The last separation occurred on August 2015, August 21st to be exact, was the exact day that we separated, of 2015. And when we came into 2016, we had the same issues, we had the same unresolved issues, and we had the same baggage. And that went on for a whole year in 2016. And guess what? I couldn't go to the next level, nor could he go to the next level. And then in 2017, I woke up, I'll never forget it, and I reached out to him and I said, at this point, this has gone on long enough. We are either going to get with the program concerning this marriage, or we're going to let it go. If you don't want to be committed to the next level, then let me go on about my business and let me be who God has called me to be. You be who God has called you to be. But I was willing to confront the issue, is what I'm trying to say. I was willing to confront the issue because I did not want to continue on in the year of 2017 the way I had went on in 2015 and the way I went on into 2016. You can't get to the next level. So some of you guys, again, like myself, are holding on to people because you're afraid to lose them. And watch this, if you don't really have them, you've already lost them. And if you're afraid to lose them, you really have lost them. You got to get that down in your heart and in your mind. You got to get to the point where you say, you know what, I'm going to confront the pink elephant in the room, because I no longer want to carry this weight. I don't want to carry this baggage. You're at your job and you should have left that job. Some of you guys know you have the heart of an entrepreneur, and you're putting a whole lot of money in your boss's pockets. You're making your bosses rich. Some of you guys have a mindset to be an entrepreneur, to do your own thing. God has granted you that kind of wisdom where things come easy for you, and you're still there. You're not happy, but you're still there. You should have went on and did what God had called you to do. Some of you, again, starting ministry, God has called you to another level, and you're still sitting back wondering, are they going to reject me? Are they going to accept me? It is not your responsibility to figure out, are they going to accept you or reject you? Because again, I said it, the provisions that God have for you, they're there when you get there. You just have to get yourself in order. You have to get in place. You have to get in position. And you can't do that with the same old mindset. You can't do that with the same old behaviors. You can't do that with the same disposition, that disposition of fear, because fear is not of God. He has not given us that fear. So when I hear people, again, talking about what it's going to look like in 2018, when I hear people talking about, I'm going to get what God has for me in 2018, well, why couldn't you get what God had for you in 2017? What was holding you back? Who was keeping you from the blessings that God have for you? What was stopping you? And a lot of times when we look at it, we like to blame other people. Well, they wouldn't let me sing in the choir, or they wouldn't let me, they wouldn't let me go out and, go to the store, whatever cases. We blame people, but realistically, we're the ones that's hindering ourselves. We're the ones that are stopping ourselves. My girlfriend Kelly says to me all the time, and I love her for saying it, health is wealth. And I know this, health is wealth. And for those of us, I can talk about Kim. We talk about all the weight we're going to lose. Women, men talk about that as well. We talk about how we're going to get in shape. This time this year, I'm going to be X, Y, and Z, sitting on the beach, drinking a margarita, whatever the case may be. And realistically, you can talk about it, but as we used to say when I was growing up, don't talk about it, be about it. Be about your business. Be about what it is that you want to see by way of you and your life and your lifestyle. And then you can actually have what it is that you're talking about having in 2018. You can't have it until you handle what you need to handle. Like I said, in 2017, let go of the baggage, let go of the issues, let go of those relationships that don't mean you any good. Get rid of those people that are hindering you. Get rid of those people that, that are assassins. I call them, those office assassins. And sometimes you have church assassins. Those people that mean you no good. The ones that say that they're praying, P-R-A-Y-I-N-G, on you, and they are actually praying, P-R-E-Y-I-N-G, on you. Get rid of those people. You know who is for you, and you know who is not for you. You know who is with you, and you know who is not with you. Listen, and you all know I like to go back to the Bible. David was in Saul's house, but Saul was not for David. And David understood, I got to leave this place, because if I stay here, this man is trying to kill me. And some of us are in situations that are literally trying to kill you. You're overworked, you're underpaid, you're stressed out, your blood pressure is high. As my son like to say, you're feeding off of that liquid diabetes, and you're not willing to exercise disciplines, not willing to exercise that level of self-control. Talking about myself here, you guys, not just you, but talking about myself, to get to the next level. So I said to myself, even as I hear people saying it, how can I expect for God to give me what he would have for me in 2018 when I didn't do the necessary things that I needed to do in 2017 so I can have all that he would have for me in 2017? It's simple. If you are willing and obedient, then you shall eat the good of the land. How do you think you're going to get the good of the land and you're not being obedient? How do you think you're going to get the good of the land if you're only just willing? because you can be willing. You start off real strong and you're in it to win it, and you're doing all the necessary things that need to be done. And then 2 weeks later, you fall off. You give up. You give up on yourself. That's why I go back to you're your own worst enemy. We're our own worst enemy. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nobody stop you. Get to the end. Work it out. Don't wait until 2018. You need to hit, for those of us that have been procrastinating, for those of us that have fallen off the wagon, talking about Kim, hello lights, I'm talking to us. For those of us that are sitting back talking about some wait till 2018. No, start doing what you need to do now. Put in the proper behaviors now so that when you get to 2018, you will not delay your blessing. When you get to 2018, because understand it, 2018 is not, it's not going to stop because you stopped. 2018 is going to be here whether you're ready or not. So again, it's not waiting. We're not waiting for 2018. That's what I want to say. We're not waiting for 2018. 2018 and the blessings that God have for us are waiting for us. Understand that? 2018 is going to come whether we're ready or not. But watch this. The blessings, we have to be ready for what God has for us. We have to truly be ready mentally. We have to be ready emotionally for what God has for us. There's nothing worse than praying for God to send you something and you're not ready for it. It could be a house. It could be a husband. It could be a job. You're praying and you're asking God to do this, and he give it to you and you're not ready for it. That is a recipe for disaster, and God does not want to set us up for failure. God designs us to win. He wants us to win. We have a winning mentality. If I'm saying that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, this is what we're saying, that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, but yet I'm failing at having, when it comes down to eating. I'm failing when it has self-control on how to handle my finances. I'm failing when it comes down to having self-control on how to manage my children. I'm failing when it comes down to having self-control with how I interact with my loved ones. I'm failing when it comes down to having self-control in my marriage. Your testimony, your witness is flawed. It's flawed, because if we're declaring that we can do all things, then my God, do all things. Do all things. Don't limit yourself. Don't block your own blessing. Get what God would have for you to get in 2018, but it's a prerequisite. Those things that you've been putting off, that you should do, those relationships that you should have been out of. You should have been out of it. It's a prerequisite. It's not going to happen. You can't get to the next level until you handle what you need to handle that's in front of you in 2017. Stop avoiding the pink elephant. Have the hard conversation. Be willing to say, you know what? I'm going to have the conversation with this person, even if that means. And watch this. You should want people that want to have the hard conversation with you. You should want those kind of people around you. You really should want those kind of people around you that are going to push you, not going to cater to you. That's not going to feed into your ego. You want people around you that's going to have a hard conversation with you, tell you about you, and be willing to help you birth out of you what's inside of you. But unless you get it done, unless you gain some things, right? You got to gain some things, be it if it's some relationships. Some of us, we have these wedges between us and people, holding on to grudges, things that happened 10 years ago. Let that stuff go, because you never know. You may need that person for your next level. You may very well need that person for your next level. Some of us talk about haters and how we hate haters. Your haters are helping you to get to your next level. Stop playing. I appreciate haters. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Nothing but love for you. And then some of us may need to, again, gain some things. We may need to lose some relationships and some things, right? And then some of us just maybe need to just some things that we didn't learn. There's nothing worse than a woman that keeps dating the same kind of man. It's just a different face. The man that dates the same kind of woman, but it's just a different face. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're making the same mistakes, you're not learning. And if you're not learning from what you're experiencing, then realistically you have not yet acquired the skill to go to the next level, to make a better decision, to make a better choice for yourself. You in essence are saying, Lord, I am not ready for my next blessing. I am not ready for my next level. Understand your prerequisites, understand where you are at, and get it together so that you can move to the next level. Listen, I told you I'm going to be trying to get up out of here because I want to get to church. I want to pray. You guys, that's all I have for you concerning those prerequisites. Get it done. Do what you need to do. Be it if it's getting in the gym. Wait, you all, just wait. Hold yourselves accountable. Get somebody that's going to hold you accountable to doing it. So if it's getting in the gym, losing some weight, gaining some weight, losing some relationships, letting go of that man, letting go of that woman, you know they're not for you. They're actually against you. Whatever the case may be, applying for that job. You see that company that you know that you want to be in, and Lord has been telling you apply for that job. Do that. Get yourself activated concerning your prerequisites and stop pretending like everything is going to be okay when you get in 2018. If you're the same person in 2018 that you are in 2017, it's going to look the same. Be no difference. So activate what you need to activate now. Do what you need to do now so that you can have what God have for you. Listen, that's all I have for you all today. Like I said, I wanted to make it a short show. I love you guys. I want to say to my brother Franklin, to my sisters Wanda, Cindy, Ray, of course CJ, Cassandra, and of course my other sisters from marriage, Sonia, Nikki, Precious, Valerie. Today is the anniversary of the death of our dad, our father, and we're legacy. We are his, and what we do while we are here with ourselves, our own lives, and with the lives of our children and our children's children, really it speaks of his life. So I want to encourage my siblings on today. I want to encourage my father's siblings. He still have two brothers and two sisters that are still here with us. To be strong, to be who God has called us to be. Because even in this, it's a 1-year anniversary. There's no mourning. I'm happy to know that my father lived a life that brought forth me. I'm glad to know that because of his life, I have mine. So I rejoice in the fact that he was once here with us. You all be encouraged on today, because you just never know when it's going to be your last day. Love on somebody while you can. And I'm not talking about fake love, people. I'm not talking about that kind of love that I can't take with me. I'm talking about that love that's patient, that's kind, that's long suffering. The Bible says this is what love is. And if you don't understand the principles of real love, stop saying it. Let's stop saying it in 2018. Let's make that our decree. If we can't love real, if we can't love the right way, then let's stop saying that, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, because it's so easy to say it. But do you really, really mean it? That's the difference, you guys. So stay encouraged. Get your prerequisites done. Write it down. What needs to happen? What do I need to learn? What do I need to lose? And what do I need to obtain? What do I need to get to have a successful 2018? Because when you're really sick and tired of being tired, when you're really sick and tired of being tired, then guess what? You will make a difference. You will make a difference, but it has to come from you being sick and tired and having real people around you that's going to say, you know what? I agree with you. I'm going to walk this walk with you. I'm going to be on this journey with you, and I'm going to help you get to the next level. When you have that, that's a recipe for success. And we can preach all we want to preach, and we can shout in the churches and run around and roll all over the floor. We can do all of that, but that's not real victory. Real victory is what you have when you're outside of the church, how you're living outside of the church. And if that's not in order, right? My temple, you guys, my temple. This is Kim here, okay? Remember I said it's about me first. My temple. How dare I talk to anybody about the goodness of God when I don't represent that? So let your representative be on point in 2018. Do what you need to do in 2017. Don't wait until 2018 and truly hit the ground running. Be blessed, you guys. I love you with the love of Christ. I will see you all next week, God's willing. Stay strong, stay encouraged. Remember, this is Sister's Heart, right? Sister's Heart, where we stream live on IntellectualRadio.com via iHeartRadio as well as Facebook Live. Love you all. Stay blessed. And listen, if you're looking for a church home, meet me at Restoration Tabernacle Bible Church. My bishop is C.L. Johnson, and Our Lady Tabitha, where we will love on you with the love of Christ. It's called Restoration Tabernacle for a reason. This is Pastor Appreciation Month. I appreciate my pastor. I appreciate our First Lady. I appreciate all the leaders of my church that have helped me to stay grounded, helped me to stay focused in this walk as I find my way. I'm loving it, you guys. Stay blessed. Take care.